Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but our love for detective sort of animes, mystery animes and the stories have made us come across multiple such amazing animes where we are now watching a story set up in Imperial China back in like I don't know what exact time frame this is, but we're still watching the mysteries of ancient, well, not even ancient, but imperial Chinese kingdoms through one of our amazing detectives, Maomao. And we are back in Outer Court. There's lots of stuff happening. If you haven't watched the reaction to the previous episode, there's a link in the description for all the episodes of Apothecary Diaries and other animes that I've been watching. Hopefully, you'll watch it and you'll enjoy it as well. But a little preview, we have come across a new strategist in this show. He's there since two episodes, but he's formally introduced himself in the last episode. His name is Lakan. He's a strategist. He's been causing some sort of, I wouldn't say difficulties, but he's been meddling with the affairs of Jinshi because, of course, Jinshi's the guy who's brought about this new sort of detective from the Verdigris house who's brought out her contract. She was also helped out here, Maomao, who's also helped out not only the emperor but most of the ladies in waitings in the entire inner palace, in the rear palace, in the inner court, and now she's just helping him solve government mysteries. I think both Lakan and Jinji, they both see the potential in the thinking capabilities or the mind that is of Mao Mao because she is able to see stuff in a way and she has knowledge of so much other stuff, just like her dad was. She has knowledge of lots of plants, lots of mysteries. She understands how things work out, even even the way a dish is supposed to be prepared and how changing a simple ingredient such as seaweed can cause somebody to get into coma. That's the level of detail she can get into and uncover the workings behind it and so-called solve the mystery of a like previously unsolved mysteries. Yeah. So I think Mama is really smart, but she doesn't know. I think Mama doesn't know how many people she's getting noticed by, but she's definitely getting noticed in the outer palace, outer court now, in Jinsh's residence, and this new strategist, Lakan, has taken an interest into it. He's also mentioned about a potential family member, or I'm not sure if it's a family member, but a person that he considered a really, really genius sort of person, just like how Mamo is, but they were probably not being able to come to the inner palace or the in the probably not able to come to the palace and do the same things that Mamo is doing. But he sees the similarities, he sees them in Maomao, and he's taken an interest to it. And now we are heading into this conversation of what Lakan wants from Jinshi. So let's find out what we are watching. We are on episode 16 called Lead or probably Led because we don't know how where the story is going to take us. Let's watch episode 16. Because this time the guy asking is a different person. Okay. Here's a got bored. Wow, that's a well thought out will. Wow. See, this does not sound like the usual life-threatening mysteries there are.
最初からこうなることを読んでいたみたいだ。面白い。明日お時間をいただけるのであれば。戻ったら仕事を増やされる。おや確かバッセンと言った。前もそうだったが、お前はお付きという形だ。勝手に動くなよ。わかりました。
See, he's getting noticed by so many people.
必要最低限しか話さない。こちらを嫌っているようだ。害がないのなら別にそれでいい。
You never know, Maomao.
バセン様ですね。お話は聞いています。ああ、それは父のものです。妙なものを集める趣味がありまして。あれがその
Looks like iron to me.
はい。と言っても、今は母屋で作業をしていて、職人たちの茶飲み場になっているんです。どうぞ。兄さんたち、連れてきたよ。おう。
Doesn't seem like a very troubled family.
兄さんたちということは案内役が末っ子ということか。変わった家具の配置だ。おい。確かに普通こんな真ん中に置いたら邪魔だろう。それでも部屋の見た目が悪くないのはテーブルの配置の妙な統一感とタンスの洒落た雰囲気のせいか。
Uh,
賞金細工
at
の
this
鍵
point,
は
she's just noticing things.
一番上の3列とその下の中央の引き出しに鍵穴。ここだけアクセントに違う金属が使われて動かないように固定されてる。
おい、それは俺のもんだ。見るのはいいが、触るんじゃないぞ。
確か次男に形見分けされたものは家具。それがこのタンスのことを指すならこの男が次男なのだろう。
Yep.
ならば残る長身の男が長男ということになる。窓の位置も変わってるな。西洋風で妙に長い窓。せっかく
Do you guys see the way they are implementing the animation? That's kind of nice. Like the shadows and all.
部屋に入る光は木漏れ日。まともに光が入るのはこの一箇所だけか。この後
It has to be deliberate.
汚れていたの。
本当にわかるんですかね、親父の残したものについて。それは
It's the episode is started a little bit strange. Like last episode, we found out that there is some sort of mystery, and Lakan kind of wants to see if Maomao is able to solve it or has the same aptitude as the person that he mentioned in the last episode. I'm pretty sure if I think the only thing that Lakan is going through right now, I think Lakan knows what the mystery is, and that is exactly why he's like, I know what's going on here, and I just want to know how, if Mama is able to figure it out, and if she does, how is she able to figure it out? Because he wants to see the approach that probably Mama is taking. If that makes sense. It's not where somebody's life is on the line, so it's not exactly extremely important, but it's also difficult enough that not just any normal person like Basen would be able to solve it. So when we are going through this mystery, you can kind of see they are deliberately showing what Mao Mao looks at. She's like, "Oh, this is an unusual ore. What's it going here? Oh, this guy. He greeted us probably more polite, more humble. He must be the youngest son. The placement is a bit difficult. They like the sons might be just working at it every day, so they don't really think twice about it. But the way that it's placed is a bit different than what you would expect in a normal like shop. And then you find out who the middle son is, who the eldest son is, what they want there, and it's kind of more so of the approach that Maomo takes, and whether or not she's able to solve it. Now, what's the deal with the mystery? Like, I think, like, think about it, right? She's got nothing to do with this entire scenario at all. She's just curious to be like, oh, I'm bored usually. I don't like to study for exams, and that's what Jinshi wants her to do. But giving me this task that allows me to do other things, go through the court, go to the different places in the court, go to outside and meet these different people and understand what their kind of role is and where they sit up in this hierarchy in this kingdom. She just is curious about all this stuff, and she just kind of discovers all this stuff happening around her. And also, she gets noticed by tons of people. Basen surely remembers how she was in the first investigations and now she's in the second investigation, doing the same things, probably acting a little bit okay. But I still feel like this mystery is a little bit out of her expertise because usually it would be like, oh, hey, is there poison in the food? Because that's what her initial job was, the food tasting. And then, oh, what happened to this person? How did they end up dying? What happened to this person? How did they end up dying? It's all related to some sort of mysteries or uncovering some sort of historical um, mysteries of that particular person, like in the case of Lady Ado. But here, completely different. So maybe we are getting to see something new, and but we don't know the importance of it. I'm not sure why this is important. Let's find out.
話をもっと詳しく聞かせてもらわないと何とも言えない。もう聞いての通りですよ。親父は秘伝の技術を教えずにあの世へ行っちまった。
Yeah.
でもって俺に残したのはこの小屋だ。
俺にはこのタンスだね。
僕にはこれです。高価なガラス製。金魚鉢は木製かせいぜい陶器製だと思っていた。それだと3人の形見分けの品はそれぞれに価値があると言えるだろう。
Okay.
親父は何を考えてんだか。せっかく形見としてもらっても鍵は一つしかないし鍵穴に入りやしねえ。
鍵穴に入らない。
多分これが中央の引き出しの鍵なんだが穴に入らねえんだよ。
Maybe there is a secret chamber.
肝心の鍵はどこにもない。これじゃ形見をもらった意味がねえよ。
俺だって小屋をもらってもタンスを動かせないんじゃ邪魔で仕方ない。まったくいい迷惑だ。
Hmm.
親父は僕たちに。
お前は
What's the deal with the fishbowl?
金に換えられるものをもらったんだから。
Yep.
そうだぜ。そんなんでしばらく食うには困らない金にはなるぞ。
親父もわけがわかんないぜ。
今さらみんな茶会をして。
Ah, please don't tell me it's just to bring their families together.
はてはてどうしたものか。兄二人と末っ子の関係は随分冷めているみたいだ。
Sure.
3人ともおよしなさい。
That's the
お
mom.
客様の前でみっともないですよ。ごめんなさいね。いつからこんな風になってしまったのか。長男も次男もひねくれてしまって。
うん
末っ子は自分の意見を言えない。こんな調子だから主人が最後の最後まで心配していたんです。
親というものは子がいくつになっても気苦労が絶えないんだな。
お茶をどうぞ。では。
Very traditional. Some guests come into your home,
どうして座ったということは
offer them a beverage.
窓の前を避けてるのがただの習慣か。ちょうどこの時間は窓から光が差しているし、
Yeah.
もう少し光が伸びたらタンスに当たりそうだが、タンスに日焼けの跡はなかった。焼けた跡。
おい。
日が当たるのはそんなに長い時間じゃない。中に何か詰まってる。
何か分かったのか。
誰かに似ていると思ったら、こい
Hmm.
つはガウシュに似ているのだな。鍵がある真ん中の引き出しは開かないんですよね。
昔は開いたんだが、親父が細工しているうちに開かなくなっちまったらしい。
鍵は一つ。
これしかねえよ。親父のやつ。鍵を壊したら中のものも壊れるとか言ってよ。強引に開けるわけにもいかないんだ。
Oh, surely should be able to figure it out something.
それぞれ渡され
An
た
alternative way.
小屋、タンス、金魚鉢。
Ah, imagine the fathers testing their intelligence.
タンスには開かない鍵。そして、
みんな昔のように茶会でもするといいね。
もしかして、
Wow.
す
So
み
you
ま
got
せ
it
ん。
figured out immediately?
もともとあそこの棚に飾っていたのではないですか。
そうですけど、昔は金魚を入れてここに置いていたんです。寒くなると死んでしまうので、冬場は茶会をする暖かい昼間だけ、ちょうど今みたいな時間です。ここ数年は金魚を飼うこともなく、ただの置物になってますけど。
Time to put in water?
おい、お前。
ちょっと水をもらいに行ってきます。
Yep.
また勝手に起きやがって。
Why? Like, you're not even doing anything else. At least she's doing something. Let her do her thing. Like,
昔はこうやって水を入れていたと。
そうです。
yeah.
ちょうどこの絵柄がこちらに向くように。
Yeah.
おい、なんだこれ。
触るな。
It's thought.
すみません。目に入ると失明してしまいます。あと邪魔なので離れてください。鍵が開きませんよ。
Huh? Wow, that's a really intricate animation.
栗の木の影に入ったようですね。暑い。それに妙な匂いがする。
おい、何の意味があるんだ。
では、
Now try your key, of
この引
course.
き出しを開けてください。
So whatever is it inside melts after the sunlight.
どういうことだ。
もしかしてお父上は貧血や腹痛などを繰り返していませんでしたか？
はい、そうです。
他に吐き気や気鬱なども。
ありました。
私は腸筋細工についてよく知りませんが、ここではハンダも使っているのでしょうか？
ええ、使ってます。
どういうことだ。
私はただ皆で昔と同じように茶会をしろという遺言に従っただけです。鍵の鋳型ですね。型から抜いてもよろしいでしょうか？
おい、
まだ少し温かい。それに柔らかい。鍵穴に詰まっていた金属が熱で溶けて、その下の型に流れて固まったのだろう。
So that opens a different thing.
おい、来たぞ。
中身は。
なんだこりゃ。
この青みがかった結晶は玄関先に飾られていたものと同じみたいだ。
I have no idea what's going on.
結局親父の最後の痛さに振り回されて終わりかよ。
やってらんねえ。
技は見てぬ
Oh, he was led.
職人気質の客人が昔言ってたな。それを真に受けて親父が取ってきた薬草を見よう見まねで煎じて中毒を起こしてと諭されたこともある。おそらく死んだ父親の意図を理解できたのは末っ子だけだろう。ハンダは数種類の金属を混ぜ合わせることで本来個々で溶ける温度より低い温度で溶けるという。3つの塊のうち2つは鉛と錫、そしてもう1つの塊を合わせることで新しい金属ができるとすればどうだろう。
Okay.
しかも金魚鉢で集約した光の熱とはいえ、刺して当たった時間は長くなかった。それだけ溶ける温度が低いということだ。大きさが違う引き出しは配合の比率に関係しているのかもしれないが、
Oh, wow.
これ以上口を出す必要はない。
何が遺言だ。行くぞ。
Wow, that's kind of amazing. Leave it to dads to make your life more difficult. Like, you can see in Maomao's story, like, hey, if you want to see something, watch me do the same stuff, and probably it will be helpful. And Maomao tried the same thing, and it turns out if you do the same things by watching your parents, it might end up terribly. In this case, she being poisoned, and then that's like regrets it, like, hey, you should have just asked. And different parenting strategies, different stuff as well. But this man clearly wanted their sons to figure this stuff out on their own, and the way he did that was, oh, we have this tradition, we do, and we do organize tea parties, and everybody sits together and enjoys, I guess, teas. And in this case, the way to create, I guess this is just a way to create a new alloy, right? And the way to create that alloy is to mix certain metals in certain proportions and in the right proportions. And if you were able to do that, then you would be able to create the new metal and then use that to do all sorts of things, all sorts of different things. And I guess it's that's way of showing it was, here's something I've given each and every one of you. If everybody works together, you'll be able to figure out what that is in the right proportions. Mama has clearly figured it out immediately. I mean, it took some time, and she knows what's happening there. But leave it to some handy quality craftsman to do some weird stuff like this, which is to have the sunlight fall into a certain place and melt the stuff, and then it becomes hotter, and then now you can use the key that was initially given to you to unlock that stuff. And once you unlock it, you can see the bigger picture. That is quite the intelligent person to create all this stuff, and I'm pretty sure he might have just gotten a little kick out of it as well. But you should look at your sons and be like, 2 out of 3 people are not gonna be able to create this stuff. One guy who's actually watched his dad do all this stuff is like, oh hey, one is lead, one is tin, and there might be something else. Now, is it up to Maomao? Because he said she doesn't want to comment here on what's gonna happen, but it might be up to Maomao to be like, yeah, dudes, you are missing some stuff. You might be able to do this if you go forward and go ahead with the instructions that your dad left you, if you can see them. That's what I'm getting out of this. So let's find out if there's anything else.
待てよ兄さん、
あ
いたずらなんかじゃない。
だったらなんだってんだ。
There you go. The youngest one figures it
私
out.
兄弟に仲良くしてほしくて遺言を残したんだ。だから僕はこれからも兄さんたちと一緒にやっていきたい。
一緒に俺たちと笑わせんな。お前は俺たちと星は
才能のあるお前は親父に特別に可愛がられてたから
そんなことない。親父は兄さんたちのことを信頼していた。
Oh, he's finally expressing his emotions.
兄さんはいつも冷静で細かな作業も正確にこなす。ミスがないから何だって任せられるって。通兄さんは人の心をつかむのがうまい。誰とでも打ち解けられるのは兄さんの誇れる才能だって。
The power of family.
同じように思えた。
Dad looks too happy for not for having amnesia and all this other stuff.
少なくとも僕はそう思う。
失礼。
あ、すみません。
父親。まあ、私には関係ないことなんで。
ありがとうございました。
だけど、これだけは伝えておこう。
おい。
花町の六将館という棚に、両
Mm-hmm.
方の薬師がいます。技術の腕も確かなので、何か体調が悪いようであれば、訪ねてみてください。
あ、はい。
Oh, it might be hereditary on whatever his dad has, and Lawman might be able to figure it out. Now what?
先日はどうも。いやはや、なかなか面白いことになったよ。やはりあの三兄弟、一番できるのは末の息子だったようですね。軍師殿には分かっていたんだろう。
Yep, I thought the same thing.
末っ子がめきめきと力を見せ出しましてね。後継者になって宮廷に出す細工を扱うと言われています。長男と次男は今回の件で職人から足を洗うことにしたそうです。それは
Hmm?
何悪いことではないでしょう。死んだ父親の思いを汲み取ったとでも言いますか。長男は売り上げの管理、次男は販路の開拓、それぞれ別の
Oh,
方面から家業を支えることにしたそうです。
nice. So everybody's assumed different roles
経
there.
済適所に落ち着いたということです。
Yep, yep.
屋敷で何があったかはわからない。きっとあのクス氏の娘は知ってて黙っている。最後に先代が作った細工は素晴らしかった。あれは単なる金具でしたが、最後にあの細工を使うと映えるでしょう。
What are you getting at? Like,
いやらしい男だ。本来私の立場に細工など関係ないと分かっているだろうに。
mm-hmm.
なぜ軍師殿がそんな職業。いや何、埋もれた才能をそのままにしておくのはもったいないと思いまして。兄弟など関係ない。才能があるなら目をかけてやるべきだろうね。
Oh, so he wants to lift her up? He wants to lift Maomao up?
ラカンはうさんくさい男だが、人の才能を見抜くのも確かだ。その采配によって現在の地位に上り詰めたと言ってもいい。
Yeah.
ところで、前の話の続きを聞きたいのですが。前の話と言いますと、
Same story about the lady that you were telling us.
妓女の話ですよ。ああ、妓女の希少価値を下げる方法ですか。そういうこと。その世界を知る者に聞いた方が早い。
Hmm.
いやはや、もう時間ですね。長いをすると。
He's an interesting person. He's not exactly a villain, not exactly an antagonist. He's a smart man living in a very dangerous environment.
甘すぎない飲みやすい口ですか。では、また明日。
I bet he's gonna come across multiple times.
ジン様。お疲れのところ恐縮ですが。
お呼びでしょうか。
お前は化粧に詳しいか。
まあ、一通りは。
ならば、俺に化粧をしてくれないか。
He does makeup. Interesting person here, Lakan. He does not necessarily means evil, at least from what we are seeing now. It's more so just he wants to see the potential that Maomao has rise up besides what Jinshi mentions, that he's kind of gotten to that rank where he is right now, where Lakan is right now, to the rank of strategist. I don't know how big or how huge or how important necessary that rank is, or wherever he holds, what position he holds, but he wants to see whether Maomao will be kind of securing her place in the palace as that sort of an important person, given that she has this all that sort of potential to actually go into a mystery, go with this careful thinking, and uncover sort of the mysteries that are happening around the government and lots of other stories that we are seeing right now. But I'm pretty sure that Mama will fall short in a way that she's not been introduced to the politics yet. Like she understands what the outcomes are, what the um, like what the consequences of certain actions happening in the palace itself there would be, but she does not know how that would impact or on what scale that would impact the emperor, the kingdom, the person, somebody more important like Jinshi or Lakan, and she does not even know other people in the story. I feel like that's what this story is leading up to. It's leading up to Mao rising up the ranks from like a person in the brothel in the Verdigris house, somebody of her caliber in that sort of place, who is an excellent apothecary, a critical thinker, and helping out Jinshi in his uncovering the mysteries of the palace, to this sort of the person who might potentially be helpful in, let's say, coming up with like strategy, like being a strategist, like how Lakan is. And Lakan knew that there was a person in that same house, in Verdigris house, that probably was the same, but they did not have any sort of interest in becoming that person, whereas Maomao, being here in the palace, could potentially be that person. So I think that's where this show is leading up to, and maybe we'll see that happening anyway. But let me know what you think about this episode in the comments. Let me know what you think about that strategy. Let me know what you think about Lakan, Jinshi, and how easy it was for Maomao to uncover the mystery that Lakan came up with so easily. So let me know all about that in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one. Till then, bye bye.